Gerber tri-tip, the 7CR. This is not a light knife. I'll weigh it here later, but yeah, we're not taking this in and out of the sheath. We're gonna leave it until needed. I added a full paracord, not hollowed out, because it really feels weird with this short handle to use this. So this helps a little bit to give it more purchase. Okay, half time. Still cuts paper, so that's good. Okay, 1 hour left. So, not as much as yesterday, but still a fair amount of stuff, I think. Let me get another piece of paper. There's some wax on this. I tried to clean it off. Oh, come on now. Let me clean this wax off. There we go. So, if you clean the wax off, it does cut paper still. I need one more clean one just to show. There's a good straight edge there. So it still cuts paper. I'm going to avoid the wax for the last hour here. Wax and tape just gunk up your blade. But yeah, so haven't had to sharpen it yet. 7CR. Well, we're done. Not a whole lot, not compared to the last couple of days, but a bigger variety, or a big variety of stuff, I should say. So, let me see how this did. I tried to clean off the wax, because it was kind of struggling on cutting with the axe on the blade. That was a good cut. That was decent. Yeah, I would say it's cutting paper still. It seems though that it's, well, first of all, my tests are not scientific. So the Gerber flat iron that struggled, well, I didn't struggle, I just needed to touch it up once. Well, more than once. I couldn't get it touched up because I believe it was the angle of the blade. And what was that? I lost my train of thought. I think that was why I couldn't resharpen it. It was just the angle of the edge. So, I haven't had to touch this one up. I would say, though, it probably would need some touching up. But also, you know, it just depends on the materials cutting. So let me finish this last account and give you some additional thoughts here. Look at that. Yeah, it still cuts. Okay. So I cannot multitask. That is a myth. So that was a good cut. So it generally cuts. The thing you got to remember, I say that of course, the thing you got to remember is that even if it's not cutting paper, it's still capable of cutting other materials. So for an EDC, sure, this blade steel is fine, 7CR. Even if I had to touch it up once, the amount of paper that or things that I'm cutting is not typical of an everyday situation. This is a cleaver, a mini cleaver. I doubt it was designed, well, I don't know what it was designed for. I mean, obviously, probably cooking. It does a really good job with the cutting. I like that it's curved, so I can do my cuts like this if I had to. And the hand just wants to rest there. It has a nice thick spine. It is on the heavier side, but I assume, well, I don't assume, but I think that's just to give it some more force when chopping. If you add a little paracord at the end, you can get a little bit more force in there without the sheath. Let's go ahead and see what this bad boy weighs. Is that ounces? Yeah, that's ounces. So, oops. 6.14. I mean, yeah, it's on the heavier side. There are some folders out there that are about that weight. It just feels heavier, and I think partially because of the look of the blade. It's so thick. It's a thick boy. But I am not going to be carrying this as on the second part of the EDC testing. One, because it's a fixed blade. And two, I don't really like carrying sheaths on my body. I tried, or like on my hip clip, or clip on my belt, or pant pockets or anything. So I'm not a big fan of that. If I did carry it, it would just go in my front pocket. But I don't know. There's really nothing to check. There's no blade play to check. There's no lockup. There's nothing to check. So, but anyway, so yeah, 7CR. Did you do so hot? Well, I'm not even going to get into all that because, like I said, all the materials that I'm cutting are similar but random. So I'm sure if I would have done a lot more harder materials, this thing wouldn't have lasted. Would not have lasted. But I'm done for the day. Tomorrow, what am I going to do tomorrow? I don't know yet. But yeah, I am so inconsistent. I want to get into a routine of showing things. So just to show you some plastic packaging, food packaging, playing cards, paperboard from food products, copier paper, what is this, cedar chips, pool noodle foam, just some of the things that I cut up today. $4.20! Just kidding, I don't smoke. I have not seen these in forever, at least at Walmart. Seen this one before. Zero sugar. I'm not a big wild cherry fan, but I'll try it.